in reality, developers, real estate developers, all we do is we create covers to books. And so everyone is willing to go pick up a book if it looks interesting. But what we are best at is picking, I think, or I hope, good storytellers. And those are our tenants, right? And our tenants become the storytellers that affect change in communities. And so very rarely does a developer actually do anything outside of curate, right? And so that's important. It's not diminishing our job, but what makes a great city is the storytellers. It's the artists, it's the breweries, it's the music venues, it's the restaurants, it's the offices that are like thinking about things differently. It's all of those things, right? And so while I was officing at this coffee shop named Elemental, which is also, it may be visible from here, what I started finding was when I was in lending, I was around a very specific demographic, and it was essentially 50 to 70-year-old men who had been very successful in what they do. I moved from that to being in a coffee shop where really it's Oklahoma City's, all of the different, what I would say is the kaleidoscope of what makes Oklahoma City beautiful in a coffee shop. And I got to be a part of that on a daily basis. It started shaping the way that I saw a city could be versus a way that I saw the city whenever I was, driving up to the bank in Edmond and, lending money and doing that. And so really relationships, it's a long-winded way to say that I started meeting people differently than me. And I realized that wisdom is not knowledge, but wisdom is actually knowledge married to relationships. So I'm always cool if people have convictions. I want to have convictions, but I want that to be held in tension with loving people. And it's hard to love someone if all you have is some kind of hyperbole or some like caricature of what that person is like. And so me being able to be in the room with people who I'd never been around was like, oh, this is actually like, they see things that I've never seen in the world, and I want to see the world better, and I want to make buildings that can bring them in, and we don't lose them, right, to other cities. And so that was probably one of the fundamental pieces to that.